Thank you for that, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, everyone. Well, good evening, Shell family. Thank God for today's gift. Thank God for His mercy, His grace, and all of His blessings, and for all of our successes. Without Him, it wouldn't be possible. We are? They turned my mic down. Did y'all hear that? Thank you all for that. Anybody, this is your first annual meeting? Anybody want to raise their hand? First annual meeting? So we do this thing every year where I scream out "We are" and you just scream out "Shell" as loud as you can, okay? So I didn't give you the heads up. Now I got the heads up, so let's do it again. We are! Awesome. Thank you very much for that. Happy 86th birthday. We've been around now for 86 years. So welcome to our 86th annual meeting of the Shell family, and thank you for being here tonight. It is absolutely my honor and my privilege to be here with you and be a part of such an amazing credit union with so many amazing people serving you. Once again, I am here to proclaim that we are a safe and strong credit union, which I proudly and affectionately refer to as Shell Strong. You're going to hear that, a resounding message tonight, and there's a purpose for it, so just bear with me. I'm going to sound a little bit like a broken record because it seems like I say this every year. I said it last year for sure, and I'm going to say it again this year, that last year, 2022, was our best year on record ever in the history of Shell Federal Credit Union. Everything from our financial performance to audits and exams, but the number one thing is serving you, the members, and the service that we provide to you. So to do my due diligence and my fiduciary responsibility, since this is an annual business meeting, not that I want to repeat what you're going to hear from our board chair or our supervisory committee chair here in a moment, but last year our statement of financial condition is in your annual report, like the chairman said, so I encourage you to take a peek in at that. Net loans grew 10.95% at $134 million. Assets grew 8.8% at almost $140 million to over $1.73 billion. Deposits grew 8.28% at almost $116 million. Membership grew 7.08%. We finished 22 with 139,125 members, and already so far this year we have breached over the 141,000 members mark. So continuing to grow in very strong numbers there. Had very strong earnings and return on assets of 1.81%, strongest year that we've ever had in the years that I've been here. Strong capital, well capitalized by NCUA standards. Capital grew from the end of 21 at 10.17%. We ended 22 at 11.09%, and NCUA's standard for being a well-capitalized credit union is 7%. So well capitalized, above and beyond where we need to be. As far as strong safety and soundness, record and results, as the chairman just mentioned, we have the best scores and best grades that we can get from NCUA, our federal examiner, and who gives us our federal share insurance fund insurance guarantee of up to $215,000 per account and per depositor. We have some of the cleanest audits you can have. When I say clean, there's so many audits that we have now that we didn't used to have in years past because of compliance reasons, regulatory reasons. A lot of them are required. Some we just do on our own because we want to constantly evolve and grow and get better and be stronger. And we don't want to wait for an uh-oh or a gotcha to come up and happen to us like we've seen happen in the news headlines the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to get into that here in a few minutes. So 2022 was amazing and phenomenal by all standards. We awarded over $2.4 million in cashback rewards from loans, both on auto loans and mortgage loans. We paid out over $8.8 million in dividends to our depositors, which are you, our members' owners. This does not happen by accident. This is all on purpose. So what did this all mean in 22? These are a lot of numbers, and I don't want you to get bored with that. I'm a numbers person by nature, but I know not everyone is. So what does this mean in 22 in terms of products and services and things that you would have benefited from, and enhancements that you would have noticed as our member owners, the reason why we exist and our purpose of why we are here? We developed more digital banking tools and enhanced our technologies. We expanded account options and offered new products. We streamlined and simplified our processes wherever it was possible. Still more work to be done. There always will be. There's always going to be room for improvement and growth. We know that. We're not perfect, but we're always going to strive to get better every single day. Increased robust security measures in place. Enhanced communication, security, scam, and fraud prevention. And continued our priority of outreach and involvement in our local communities and education to you, our member owners. So with that, some of the detail that goes along behind that. And I just want to comment that last year, along with the amazing financial results we had, we also recouped, I can't say all, but a majority of the money that we had to write off back in 2009 from the recession that happened, the Great Recession as it was labeled, from some of the corporate credit union failures that we had money invested in. We recouped all that money back in one particular, the largest one, and on top of that, we even got earnings growth as a result of that. So we were very fortunate and diligent to be able to get that money back, which went back to our capital, which goes back to you and this organization in the things that we're able to offer and provide you. So some of the enhancements that we did this year, we introduced Zelle. A lot of you that use P2P or money transfer services, it's in our digital banking, digital mobile app, and online services. That was a request directly from you, the members. You asked for that, and so we implemented it. And then at first, the limits weren't high enough, so we even increased the limits later on in the year for you to be able to for it to be a useful tool for you. We made a number of digital banking enhancements. We introduced a new chat feature through our call center, instant chat, and it also allowed us to do co-browsing and audio and video engagements with you all. So that was a new technology that we did not have before. And so very, very happy about that. We also offered a new product called our Jumpstart Checking for our youth, which will allow them to be on an account younger at the age of 6 to 15 now, and have a debit card as well, with the parent watching over that and having card controls on letting them know how to use their account to teach them. A lot of schools now are going to cashless type of environments, and so we needed to be able to offer something. I know some other mega banks and things were offering something like this, and we wanted to be competitive with that, and this was a request by you all, so we were able to implement that. I'm very, very happy with that. We extended some loan terms to 72 and 84 months. We also allowed us to start adding your younger kids and minors to your credit card if you wanted to start building credit history for them as an approved, authorized user. We also did a credit card automatic increase in August of last year. We had business services that we revamped and business lending that we launched in September of last year. That was something that a lot of our members that have small business operations and that needed financial help with those things, and the big banks aren't willing to help unless you're a certain size, and so we were able to launch those things. And while we're just starting off on that and kind of getting our feet wet with it, we are learning as we go, and that's something that will continue to grow over the years. And we increased our business debit card limit, so those of you that have a business account with a debit card, you're able to have access to the funds that you need in that account. And then lastly, we also introduced text messaging. So I don't know if you've all have signed up for that or not yet. I would encourage you to do so if you haven't. It seems in the world that we live in, text messaging is so rampant and easy and fast and convenient. And I will tell you that we have a couple of different numbers that you can sign up for. If you don't want to sign up for all of them, you don't have to. But one of the pages in your annual report have them listed there. And the main number, I would encourage you to sign up for that one. That way you get information from the credit union whenever, and you're able to text us if you need information on your account. And then we also have a marketing one there if you would like to know about marketing promotions and things like of that nature. So, but you can opt in or opt out of those at any time that you wish. So super excited about those things. But a couple of the, I guess, one of the biggest things that I'd like to talk about is the building in Deer Park that our chairman was talking about. Obviously, it's a big building. It's 100,000 square foot. It is over double the size of our current building. But what I want to say about this is, as he said, we've outgrown the building we're in. And we didn't just outgrow it, like we've outgrown it. We had to start doing remote work like a lot of other places had to do as a result of COVID when everything shut down, even though we were able to maintain our drive-thrus open and our lobbies with social distancing and things of that nature. We did have to learn with the technology we had how to allow our employees to continue to work from home so that we could continue to serve you. We were an essential business. There was no way around that. And so we have had to continue to use that tool and resource as we've continued to serve you, as COVID has come to an end and we've all got back to our normal lifestyles and things of that nature. We've had to continue to do that hybrid type of situation because we don't have space in Deer Park. And our board made a very purposeful, conscientious decision years ago, because we've been working on this for years, that we wanted to stay in Deer Park. Deer Park was home for this credit union. It was the roots for this credit union, just like you are. Just like you are the reason for our success and why we are where we are today. So it was important for us to stay here for you. It was important for us to stay here for the city of Deer Park. They've been a great partner to us over the years. And it was a great, something we wanted to do for our staff as well. We have a lot of our staff that, as he said, as our chairman said, over 400 employees that we have now, that over half of them work in the Deer Park office. And when the land in Deer Park was purchased was in the late 1970s, 1978. Bill White, he's the only board member that we still have today access to that was here at that time when that land was purchased. I don't know what conversations y'all had in that boardroom about that, but I'm sure there was somebody that probably said, that land is more land than we need. And for the last 45 years, we've not used all that land. Now, the building that we're currently in was a much smaller building, if you all can remember that. That building opened in 1980. It's been added on to, it's been renovated more times than I can count. Good bones, good solid bones. But a lot of improvements have needed to be made for it to be still efficient and functional for us as we've grown. But yet we still got to a point where we have grown it to maximum capacity and we continue to grow. And growth is a great thing as long as it's controlled and it's managed appropriately. And we want to continue to keep Deer Park our home, so we had to do something that would allow us to continue to grow. Now, this building lasted 45 years. I don't know that this new building will last 45 years. It may last half that time, just because the bigger we get, it seems the faster we grow. But what a legacy that those board members back in 1978, when they bought that land in Deer Park, they had no idea we were going to look the way we look today in 2023. But for them to have that kind of vision and that kind of foresight to say, you know what if, just maybe, we might need that someday. And we're doing everything we can to make as efficient use as we can of your money and the property that we had available to us while keeping Deer Park our home and our roots there in Deer Park for as long as we possibly can. And we couldn't just do the building, because if we loaded up those buildings, we have so many people and we serve so many members, we wouldn't have enough parking. So you also see what we did with the parking garage, and that's been there now for I think going on 2 years. But these were all steps we had to take to get to the point that we're going to be able to continue our growth in a very safe and sound way for the next 20 years. Now, our board, this board that you see up here before you today, you know, what a legacy that they're going to have for the growth that we're going to be able to continue to have over those next 20 years because of the vision and the foresight that they had to do what we're doing today. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of where we are. If you ask me, I'm proud of the building. I think it looks great, but that's really not why we did it. We know that we have to be good stewards of your money And so we're doing this because we need that space to continue to grow. So it's an amazing thing. We're very super excited about it. It's supposed to be completed later on this year in the probably latter part of summer where we can get moved into it. We have one more phase to do some minor renovations in the current Deer Park building just because of some things that are outdated. But hope to have that all completed by this year end. And then hopefully by this year end, that project will come to a completion after 4 years of construction and living throughout that during that time. And one more thing that we're super excited about that I want to talk about, and this is actually more for this year, just like that building completing, is a new branch coming in Tomball. I don't know if that is also in your annual report, but we also have a new branch coming in Tomball. It will be our 12th branch, and we'll be moving into that community to continue to serve them with the 5.5 amazing service that we provide to each and every one of you. So those are some of the amazing things that are happening with your credit union, and we're super excited about all those things, and I hope you are as well. The next thing that I want to address and talk about, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, you've heard me repetitively say, talk about our safety and soundness, and we're safe and secure, and you heard the financials that I talked about and how well capitalized we are. If you've been paying attention to the news headlines and hearing the news and watching the news the last couple of weeks, you've seen some headlines of at least 2 big bank failures over the last couple of weeks. One in California, the Silicon Valley Bank, and one in New York that was called Signature Bank. I am going to be sending out a notice to the entire membership next week, but I wanted, due to the timing of our annual meeting, I just thought it would be more appropriate to address it here tonight with you all, just to let you know that you have nothing to worry about in terms of the safety and soundness of your credit union. We do not operate the way that those banks operate. We do not serve the types of businesses that those banks served. Those banks had up to 90% or more of their money uninsured by the FDIC. Ours is not like that. You have the same $250,000 insurance per account and per depositor, just like the FDIC does. And even if you're one of the fortunate people that may have more than that in your account, come talk to us. We have experts at the credit union that will walk you through making sure that 100% of your deposits are fully insured. But we don't make these long-term risky investments that those banks did and have short-term cash or liabilities that were trying to leave the organization. That was a true run on the bank in terms of the way that they would refer to in the old days, where their depositors were just coming in to take all their cash out. And today's world of social media, that played a big part as well, because their depositors were posting things on Twitter and things like that, and people were rushing to go take out money. And so I just want to let you know that you don't have any of that to worry about and fear, because we don't serve big risky investments or businesses the way that they did. We serve you, our members, and we know that that's not happening. So we don't have liquidity issues, we don't have interest rate issues, and we don't have those types of things that affected those banks and led to the situation that they were in.
We're shell strong.
We are absolutely shell strong. So that's what I wanted to mention about the bank stuff. So our mission and our purpose is to serve you and give you phenomenal service with every interaction. And we do this through servant leadership and keeping your credit union safe and strong. We are people serving people, and it's what we are all about. We are a relationship organization that creates emotional connections and bonds with you, the people that we serve. We have an awesome and amazing family of volunteers up on this stage and professional servant leaders scattered out all around the room, our employees, giving their 108% every day. Not 100%, but 108%. Because we have a mission and a purpose. We report to work every single day with the intention of serving you, our members, to educate and meet your financial goals and to create an emotional connection and build a lasting relationship that goes beyond 100%. Our many accomplishments would not have been possible without their positive energy, passion, conviction, commitment, and sincere belief in our game-changing enthusiasm, principles, and philosophies as your not-for-profit financial cooperative. I thank all of you for being accountable and taking personal responsibility in your servant leadership. As we move into 2023, my commitment to you today is that Shell Federal Credit Union will continue to grow responsibly while listening and responding to your needs, explore innovative product and services, solutions to enhance your financial life, and develop our family so we will confidently and wisely serve your needs. My two promises, and these were two promises that I made to the board when they allowed me to serve in this capacity at this organization. Every single day I feel is a gift, and I've been blessed, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to work here and to serve here. And those two promises was, one, at the time that I started in this role was, as Chet mentioned, 15 years ago. The credit union was 71 years old, and my promise was we were 71 years old, so when the day comes, if I left, the credit union had to be around for another 71 years. Well, now we're 86 years old. So if I left today, it needs to be around another 86 years, and that number will just continue to grow as I'm blessed to be able to every day to come here and serve you. And then the other was that I have to leave it better than I found it. So every single day I have come to work with that purpose in mind of making sure that no matter what happens, no matter what we do, we're trying to make ourselves stronger and better, and so that we can leave this place and leave our legacy behind, to leave it better than what we found it for our kids, our grandkids, and our great-grandkids, and for future generations to come. You, our members, are integral to our credit union family. You are our purpose. You are our mission. Without you, the Shell family would not exist. We are sincerely grateful that you've chosen, on purpose, Shell Credit Union as your financial partner. We look positively and enthusiastically forward to a great 2023. I encourage you to experience your credit union as we continue to grow together and share us with your friends, professional colleagues, neighbors, and families. We wish you a healthy and prosperous 2023. We truly are grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Now, before I depart from my report tonight, I have a video that I want to show you, if it's going to work. And I just want to kind of give you a little bit of insight to the culture that we have at the credit union with our staff. Like I said, they're super amazing. They come to work every day to give you 5.5 service. And I say 5.5 because just like we don't just settle for 100, we go for that 108%. We want to go above and beyond. We don't want to just do, you see these surveys where you rate 1 to 5, 5 being the best. We want to go above and beyond. So we ask for that. We want to go that 5.5 to go that extra step and that extra mile for you. You deserve that. You're worth that. And so with that, we have a video. We're a financial institution, so we like numbers and we like math. And so you're going to see kind of those principles in this video. And at the very end, you'll kind of see how it all kind of comes together and sums up. But it's just, again, another way that to put this in context, that I want you to see how dedicated that these volunteers, and the amazing staff that we have working for you all day, every single day, how committed we are to your success, to the success of this organization, and to our family. You have nothing to worry about and nothing to fear when it comes to the credit union's health, financial performance, regulatory performance, or any of those things. So with that, I'm going to pause and I'm going to let them show you this video. So. with all the passion and conviction and enthusiasm you have, we are. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless our Shell Federal Credit Union family. Growing together.